What's up, otakus? It's your tour guide here. Um, I so this video is all about unboxing this trade, and a shout out to Wanderlust Collector on Instagram. You can please, I encourage you to follow him. He's just a great community member. He's got a great collection. I sometimes um, just amazed at some of the books he picks up. The guy's super committed to getting the rare, hard to find, sort of quirky books. So kudos to him. He picks up a lot of really good stuff. But I think he was going after like really rare books for a while, and then it seems like he shifted up his game plan again, and I think he's going for like just stuff he likes now. Um, can't confirm one way or the other, but anyway, there was a book he posted, and I really wanted it, but I just don't have money to buy anything. And that's another thing. I have another update, and my apologies to A1 Comics because I claimed something, and I had every intention of buying it, but that morning I was feeling really sick. This was over the weekend. As I told you, I was just recovering from a really bad virus of some kind. And I'm recovered, but that morning I was like, I committed to buying this thing on Instagram as I'm like lying in bed, just in agony, like being sick and just feeling awful. I claimed something off of A1 Comics, and it was it A1. I want to say it was A1 Comics. Um, or something along that line. Maybe it was like comics. Anyway, it was they're sort of a well known for like grails and stuff. They sell a lot of they I think what they do is they sell and take a commission, so they sell off their platform for people with big books, and I'm sure they make a little bit of a commission. But anyway, I put in an offer for a Batman 251, and they accepted the offer. So what it was a 3.5 graded slabbed Batman 251, $250 shipped, but I'm sure there were probably some fees and whatnot associated with that. Um, and Anyway, I had every intention of getting it because that's a great price, $250 for a 3.5 grade Batman 251. It looked really good. I mean, there were a lot of like little micro creases throughout the book, or micro spine, like spine stresses, and just not so many creases. Actually, didn't look so bad, but the spine was pretty bad. Um, and there were creases here and there. It was a great copy, and I was happy. I was sitting there in bed, like in agony, and um, I was content. I'd gotten the book that I wanted to get. So again, I'm sick. My family's getting up, and um, I asked my wife, "Hey, can you?" Because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't physically like get up and do all the processing, like sending a PayPal and whatnot. So she controls the PayPal account anyway. So I told her, "Hey, look, I just got a comic. Can you forward the 250 to this account, this email, and let me know so I can email the guy and get it, and then send this." And I was just giving her the instructions, and she just was not wanting to like help at all. She's like, "Why did you buy a book? I thought you were saving up money for Comic Con and all this." just making a big issue out of it. And I was just like, sick in bed, and I was just like, all right, if you don't want to do it, then fine. Just I'll let them know I'm not getting it. So I went back and I just said, hey, my apologies, but the wife is just being uh, not co- coordinating or cooperating with having this transaction go through smoothly. So I just kind of said, like, my apologies, but and I did feel bad because I claimed it, and it's something you should not do, is go back on something like a claim. But I just explained the situation and said, hopefully can pick it up next time. I doubt. I think it's gone now. Pretty sure it's gone. Um, but if it's still around after Comic Con and I didn't don't I haven't found something in terms of a deal better than that, then again I have that sort of, hopefully have that as a backup, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's the whole drama around that. Um, and we're preparing for Emerald City Comic Con 2023, so Will Call is next week. Oh, actually, a week from today, or no, sorry, a week from yesterday. So I'm gonna go pick up my badge and Nama Young's badge, um, and have it ready to go for the con about 4 days later. So looking forward to that. I do want to give some shout outs as well before we get to the unboxing. Um, Shout out to K-pop, K-pop junkie. She is so I gave her a shout out on my live viewing of Galaxy Express 39, but I since have deleted the video because of the copyright, you know, tag, and I just didn't feel good. For me, it was just like I had a live stream where I watched something with community members. It was great. I loved it. I just didn't need to have the video on my channel, because I am showing the entire movie, um, and that's not cool. So I deleted it, but the memory of that whole thing is there. So shout out to Cali Comics who watched the movie with me. Shout out to K-pop, she was there, and some other people there that stuck around and watched that movie. It was fun. The movie's great. Again, watching it after so many years just reinforces how what an amazing uh, film that is. And I say film, not animation. It's just an amazing film. Um, so anyway, K-pop, she's doing live streams now on Mondays. So around 9 p.m. Pacific, I want to say midnight Eastern or 11 Central. Please go support her and watch her live stream. Um, it's you know it's just a hangout. Think of it like just like a cool hangout with the community, and you get to just hang out with her and see what books she's talking about picking up, or you know seeing what kind of art she's working on. She's um, just a really great person to check in on. So please go do that. The other thing I wanted to mention is the Comic Book Community Awards. Brian LCS is, kind of getting everything together. The nomination process for that will begin in May, which gives us a little bit of time, but um, in that meantime, we want to get the word out so we get a lot of engagement this year. So please uh, have the community members in mind that you want to nominate, and really engage in that nomination process. And that includes whatever thoughts you have on categories this year. I think Brian is kind of opening it up to more categories, and just trying to make it as democratic as possible in terms of what people's ideas for the awards this year should be. So go to Brian's channel, gets information on how to um, on when exactly that kind of portal opens up. He said May, so just kind of, I guess, on your end, prepare for that and be ready to engage when May rolls around. What else? Um, my last book at CGC is the status hasn't changed at all, so we're still waiting on that. Ah, yes. So Metarog, Roger, um, he finished the pressing and cleaning of the 4 books I sent him. And so shout out to Metarog. Thank you so much, Roger, for just taking all the time and energy to work on the books. And I really just appreciate um, the the thoughtful approach he took. He looked at the books. He kind of analyzed where he thought there could be improvement. And on one of the books, I mean, he and I looked at it and we talked about it. I was more hesitant than he was, but I was like, I don't know if I want to go through with removing tape on one of the covers because there was tape on the cover, and he actually went ahead and removed it really cleanly too. So I am super happy, just knowing that. But it looks like all the books turned out better than what we had sent them in as, and so I'm really looking forward to getting them back. And so I believe Roger shipped them out this morning. Yeah, the books were shipped out this morning, and they're on their way. So I think they're scheduled to arrive here on Monday. So as soon as they arrive, whether they get here earlier or later, as soon as they arrive, Roger and I are gonna hop on again, and we're gonna go over the books. So stay tuned for that. All right, so now that we've gotten through sort of the announcements and things, let's get to the opening of this book. And so let's go over what this is. Again, this is a trade with a community member who I've traded with on another occasion. In fact, previously, our previous trade also, I ended up giving up one book for, I think, a total of maybe 4 or 5 books. And yeah, it was one book for, I think, I want to say 4 books, 3 or 4 books. And we both were satisfied with that deal. I felt like I didn't lose any value. I got all the books that I wanted, and even though that book, I do think about that book I traded in because it is a nice book. The books I got in return are really, for me, ones that are PC worthy, more so than the book I gave up. So really was pleased with that trade. And Wanderlust is a guy I've had on the channel. We featured him as a collector on the channel before, so go check him out. He's kind of changed up his name. His Instagram name now is Wanderlust_collector on Instagram. Go follow him. Give him support. He sells comic books through Instagram. His pricing is really fair. And he's always, the thing is, he puts up these postings. 9 times out of 10, you send him a best offer, he's likely to accept. So he's a pretty accommodating guy. Again, prices are really fair. You can probably get a good deal with the after the negotiation stage, and he is open to trading as well. So if you got books that he's looking for, he's definitely willing to do that. Now, the book I gave up was Invincible number 60, which is a key. It's a image crossover, but the real attractive portion of that book is the gatefold cover. There's a gatefold both front and back, so there's 4 panels overall, and it's got all the image characters: Dragon, Spawn, Witchblade, you name it. The ones that are associated with, they have Cyberforce characters on there. I mean, it's just this huge image crossover. Amazing cover, and it's again an image wide crossover event that starts there in issue 60. So it's a great cover, key book. It's trending up now, and so basically, you know, I had offered that book to him for another book, which he declined because he was giving up some value in that particular trade offer. He didn't accept that one, but about a month later, I came back because he put up these 2 books, and I really wanted them, but I just wasn't. I didn't have money. I couldn't. You know, I have the money I have right now is all going to go to Comic Con, so I didn't want to dip into those to get these books because it wasn't necessarily a good deal. It's kind of like I was getting like book value for these 2 books. So I went the other route and said, "Hey, would you take an offer for this book?" And he responded with a yes. So I was pleased. He was pleased, and I think it's pretty fair in terms of what I'm getting. That image book, that Invincible book is a great book. It's just I don't, it's not kind of what I collect. So, but these 2 books that he sent me are more in line with what I collect. So it should be cool to see and reveal what we got. Okay, so boom. Nice packing job here. He's got the pull tabs on the tape. Thank you very much. That's a great thing about Wanderlust. He knows packaging. He knows how to pack up books. I've never had an issue with, him sending me stuff, and it's all been good. So we're going to go over what these 2 books are, and I'm going to reveal them one by one. Nice. So I'll reveal the first one first. Got a lot of tape here. All right. Now this one, I wasn't sure it was a Jim Lee cover, but according to Wanderlust, it is. And now that I'm looking at it, it most certainly is a Jim Lee cover. But it's one that I'm not too familiar with. And then there's the big book. This is the Jim Lee key that I've been kind of on the lookout for a long time, and now I finally have it. So I'm very pleased about this particular one. So I guess we'll start here with this book. So the first book I gave up one book, The Invincible 60, and the two books we got, let's show the first one off. Show the first one off first, and that is Wynonna Earp, #1. Now, this is a key book because it's the first appearance of Wynonna Earp, and again, Jim Lee cover, but I'm thinking it's looking like he did the inking on this one. I don't think he did the original art. I'm gonna have to look this one up. But his name's there in the corner, but it's not like it's there as like it's Jay Chin or Chun is I think looks like that person is the featured artist on that. So I'm just gonna do a quick internet search for Wynonna, and it's Wynonnaearp. Okay, which is how you spell Wynonna. And so this is from 1990. That can't be right. Wow, no, 96. Okay, so it's a 1996 comic. And I'm not seeing any information on the book. Maybe it's one of those rare books. I'm not seeing any information on it. That's weird. Comic book. What year is this? 96. All right, well, this wasn't really the book I was looking out to get anyway. So, I mean, this is just sort of like a bonus kind of thrown in. Yeah, I am not seeing anything. This might be it right here. No. So apparently there's a movie show. There's a TV show that seems to have a lot of popularity. But I'm not seeing a lot on the book itself. And that's the sort of the unfortunate thing about the Image catalog. You go to the Image fandom and there's just I'm not finding anything there on this book. So let me know. I guess I could look inside. No, I don't think the inside will necessarily tell me anything. So it's again, I think this is what this is this is one of those instances where it's a Jay Chin cover and it's inked by Jim Lee. That's what it's looking like. Because to be honest, the art is not it's not really reflective of what you'd see from Jim. Not looking like his artwork. Okay. So anyway, great. Glad we got that book. That's fine. But this next book is really the one that initiated. It's the one that I really wanted out of the trade. So, and that is. Oh man, I love this cover. I absolutely love this cover. That is Amazing Heroes 192 from Fantagraphics. And this came out around, again, July 1991, which is right around the time X-Men #1, there you see it right there, was just, you know, making its, just creating all the hubbub and the all the hoopla. And so this is kind of featuring that moment in time. It's again, a key Jim Lee book. Um, great Jim Lee cover there. You've got Cyclops and Psylocke and Rogue and Beast, and of course Wolverine in a tuxedo. So everybody's kind of dressed up. Mutants of the Year. It looks like it's some kind of award show. Oh man, I love this. Love this book. So this was, I think this is also the it's the yellow. It's got the yellow boxes. So this is the more sought after, rare edition of the book, and just love it. Love it. Again, I've been meaning to add this for quite some time now, and now we have it. Amazing Heroes 192, July 1991, from Fantagraphics. This is just one of those, like, comic book news type um, editions. So I'm sure there's like an interview on here with Jim Lee and Chris Claremont. That's what's here, and just a beautiful copy. I mean, a couple spine ticks here, but this would be grade worthy for sure. There's a little bit of a corner crease there, nicely pressed out though. Man, super pleased. High grade copy of that book. So those are the two books we got. Kind of anticlimactic, and I know I haven't been putting out a lot of haul videos. It's just because I haven't been picking up books. I mean, I'm really resisting the urge to do so, because with Comic Con coming up, and again, I've actually spent more than I wanted to on other things. I mean, there was a Star Wars lot which I haven't revealed yet. I've revealed on the channel through like shorts, but I haven't actually done a haul video on those books. But I picked up like a nice Star Wars um, movie, um, lot of books. Really nice. It's, you know, I think if I weren't collecting Jim Lee and all this other stuff, I think I'd be more into the Star Wars books. But anyway, when you can pick those things up for half a cover, um, with all the first appearances from the movies and the comic books, you just can't pass up that. So I got all those books, and it ended up costing me like close to $20, because there was that, and there was what else was there? So there were like 10 books. No, how many books were there? There were four, six. Yeah, there were 10 Star Wars books. There was also another book there that I could not leave, and that was the I'm drawing a blank now. It was a key book. It was a big key book. So things like that, when we have books like that. Oh yeah, it was the another copy of the first appearance of Danger. sitting there for half a cover. So it's a book that's heating up. There's rumors that Danger's going to be the villain in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and so yeah, kind of like went against my better judgment and picked those books up because yeah, I just could not leave them. Those books would have eventually been picked up by somebody else. So wanted to add those to my collection. And hopefully, we can maybe sell. I did put up the Star Wars for sale. Um, Let me know if you want those books. They're really high grade. I would say near mint, near minus. A lot of those are 9A candidates for the photo covers on the Star Wars books. You got the Anakin photo cover. You got the Darth Maul. So I'm gonna sell that as a set. It's pretty much like um, episodes 1, 2, 3, all the books minus like four issues, almost a near complete set. So near complete 12. It's a 12 book set. It's almost near complete. Um, Minus 4 books plus 2 additional standalone one shot of Anakin. Sorry, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Padme Amidala. Uh, those also are the photo cover variants. So yeah, that's available for $75 shipped. 10 books for $75, about $7.50 a book. Um, Let me know if that's something you want. But yeah, all right, that does it for me. I'll see you in the next one. Again, we're only going to do that unboxing of Roger's books, the books that were cleaned and pressed, and I may do another preview of sort of a not a preview, but just getting ready for Emerald City Comic Con video uh, the day before we head to the con. So look out for those. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.